It was July 31st of 2021. Trooper Allen with the Georgia State Police was patrolling outside of Atlanta when he noticed smoke rising from an intersection up ahead. He sped up to investigate, only to find a black and yellow Chrysler 300 doing donuts under the lights. Trooper Allen flipped on his lights and sirens, causing these donut-loving teenagers to speed away.
Henry 3677, PSH 3677. They could be lying on all of them. Got your races right. Got all your races right. We are crossing over Brown Hill. The Chrysler 300 getting in over to his east one. Stop traffic. Harper Road. Traffic. He's going down the road. No traffic. And Cleveland right here from the road.
The suspects tried losing police by taking tight turns and driving on the wrong side of the road. Unfortunately for them, dense traffic allowed the police to close the gap every time. Their hearts were racing, and panic was about to force them into several bad decisions. Watch as they jump a curb to cut through a parking lot. The video game style shortcut costs them more than a tire. It costs them the whole chase.
We got traffic here on the right. He went through the parking lot and he showed a uniform and small. We got to go through the parking lot and one more picture. One tire down, one tire down. Up and under 85, northbound on this road. They're going down that truck across 85. That's down on Ferguson Road. They're right down Ferguson for Metro. Crossing Quaker. 2 flat tires. They're crossing Quaker Street on Metro for Ferguson. Go up there. White yellow low haircut, dark blanket, white shirt. We're crossing over Avery Road. We're crossing over Avery Road. Don't get on the highway, bitch. I dare you. Oh, you dumb man. We are turning right onto the connector. Can't do it right now. Left lane, we're going 35 north, back to 166.
He's losing his license plate.
We're going about 80, setting up for 42, 50,
I can't believe he's running that long on that track. I know, the rest of it flew off and stuff. Oh,
While one officer chased the driver, another went after the young passenger. Unfortunately, we can't find much more information about their case, likely because both suspects were minors at the time. It's a shame when 2 young kids throw everything away over something so trivial. The donuts would have earned them a minor citation. Now, they're looking at felony charges that could stick with them for the rest of their lives.
I know, it's annoying when people
It was
say, yeah,
January
video
2nd
games,
of
I'm playing Grand Theft
2023.
Auto. It's like,
Every
dude,
cop in
for
Fulton
real.
County, Georgia was out looking for 19-year-old
Get a
Matthew
life.
Gaskins. He'd already spent the end of 2022 hiding from the state police.
Yeah, the point is to understand that those things exist, so that's why we treat, what do you call that? Drink responsibly, because you can't get rid of alcohol, right? So drink responsibly, right? Where's that education
The
at?
wanted man fleeing in a stolen Jeep Cherokee. They should have known.
Is it in the public school education? It seems like it's promoted more. I know. A lot of the teachers are like, I can't wait to get out of here away from you freaking little brats so I can go home and have a drink. Find out who your parents voted for, go on social media, find out just what kind of people your parents are. Get people to gang up on you. Dude, the shit we've seen teachers and people do over the years in some of these communities. I know, it's just everybody taking advantage of all the games being played, the funding being tossed around, everybody's committing crimes. I know, it's freaking sick, disgusting, and disturbing. The drugs, the pushing of SSRIs, and the vaccines, while ignoring the concerns that many have been killed and targeted about over the years, is so scary to us.
Our officer was familiar with the area and knew a shortcut to put him back in the chase.
Right, so I mean, proper education for prevention, you know, if they're taught and this stuff is in their environment and it's shown to them, you know, how stupid it is, it's not cool, right? Don't try to... Right, I mean, if you're messing around, you do a little donut and the cops are going to pull you over, just, yeah, they'll probably just give you a ticket or give you a warning if it's not. Right, knock it off, don't make it a habit, come on, you know, just... You know, then we gotta listen to the old people bitch. Give us a break, huh, guys? Right? No, on the real, though. But if they're taught that, you know, for some, they get... Yeah, they're over-medicated, or they're scared, or they get told, fuck the police, run from them. Yeah, don't you give them your name, nothing. They don't have any right. Yeah, I mean, some are totally, like, against police, like, trying... It's insane. It is stupid. And I'm pretty sure that's why Kamala Harris made that statement. So a lot of people would step up and say, what a dumb fucking statement, you stupid bitch.
To face the music. He was arrested for a
why do I gotta take all the heat?
To this chase and other charges between 4 different jurisdictions. He's lucky he didn't touch any of those down power lines when police ripped him from the car. As if he wasn't already in for a shock when he got to jail.
Oh, it could have been a lot worse, right? Well, right, it's just people have been pushing for that education to be put into the systems for a long time, and they don't seem to want to do it. And how cool would that be to fund that kind of programming? Think of the employment that would give to
Chevy Impala making several erratic and improper lane changes.
Officers that have been, you know, taken off the streets for whatever reason. Some, you know, they've...
Felony charges must have been...
Yeah, they got to go on to other things. You have security jobs. Right, if that was funded for, there's 100,000 public schools. So think about that. Right, I mean, right there, just to do some of the basic... Yeah, just some of the basic stuff. It would be like once or twice a week they get a class with law enforcement, retired law enforcement. I mean, or at least it's in the curriculum. Teach it to the teachers. Because a lot of them don't seem to understand it either. Have you pulled some of them over? I know. You arrest them all the time, don't you, too, for frickin' using drugs while they're teaching the class. Frickin' kindergarten teacher. Fucking crack. Doing crack in the fucking bathroom on the sink. I mean, coke. Lines of coke on the bathroom sink. Fucking kinder. Yeah, so I mean, it's a mad world. I don't know what the fuck people are thinking, and the fact that these things continue to be ignored. Right, and instead of doing that, they gave the money to a bunch of druggies. And they've been going around dancing and prancing and telling their drug stories, party days, getting into recovery, getting on that Suboxone. What a bunch of fucking nasty pieces of shit. I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they're supposed to do to help these hostages. Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. Blame it on the sun. Blame it on the rain.
Hey, watch out. Let me get a look at it. Watch out.
The driver, later identified as James Mason, was arrested and charged with reckless driving, fleeing and eluding, along with several other traffic violations. Police also detained his passenger, but the man was released after further questioning. We're guessing he had nothing to do with Mason's crimes, or at least the police couldn't prove his involvement.
One decision that I'm most proud of is definitely signing on to go back to school, fulfilling a dream I didn't realize I had. You can do this. It doesn't matter what is happening in your life. This is a doable thing.
Chevy Silverado HD with available Duramax diesel and power that doesn't quit and strength that doesn't either. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
On March 8th of 2020, employees at the Forsyth County Walmart called the sheriff's office to report a shoplifting incident. When police arrived, they spotted 37-year-old Stephen Hutchins speeding out of the parking lot in his U-Haul truck. They pursued him up the highway, at which point Stephen looked like he would pull over. Police surrounded his car and drew their weapons. That's when Stephen decided that running was the better option. Forsyth County Sheriff's deputies tried to box Stephen in. They successfully spike-stripped the truck, causing the front right tire to shred and roll off. Now that he's racing against time, Stephen starts using the U-Haul as a weapon. Stephen loses steam once he turns off the highway. His truck only lasts another mile before it crashes into a grassy median, prompting our shoplifter to take off on foot. Police chased Stephen across the street and arrested him after a quick game of ring around the parked car. Spectators clapped and cheered for Forsyth County deputies as they walked Stephen across the street in cuffs. He was ultimately charged with shoplifting, fleeing and eluding, aggressive drinking, and driving with a suspended license. He was held on roughly $35,000 bond, though it's unclear what happened to him after that. Some criminals never learn. On September 25th of 2022, multi-time felon Rashamel Howard decided to get drunk and drive his mom's Chevy Malibu like a madman through Savannah. Meanwhile, a GSP trooper was stationary outside a Marathon gas station on Pennsylvania Avenue. He observed Rashamel doing 55 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. His speed quickly increased to 62 when he realized he had just raced by a cop. He decided to risk it all and run from the police. And he almost paid the ultimate price.
Right, so like when you think about that, the 100,000 public schools. Now, see, when you see how those people that don't want to talk about it don't profit from those things. They wouldn't have profited from that. No, defund the police, right? Yeah, they're idiots. They got away with it just like they did with the vaccine shit. Put on a mask. Shut down the schools. We want to make sure everybody's safe. Psychos. I know, and then they're stirring up all the freaking gun rights and all this shit. Everything they're fucking hitting people with. It's disturbing, really disgusting. They should be ashamed of themselves, actually. Whatever you want to pay attention to. Just don't put the blame on you. Blame it on the rain. Blame it on the stars shining bright. Whatever you do, don't put the blame on you. Blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. Whoa! Did you see that? Whoa! Holy crap! Now that was quite a flip. Watch this flip. Holy wow. That's insane. Watch this flip. I mean, that was a flip. Wow. Watch this. Wait, you can rewind it some more. It's crazy. Pull over, man, it's not worth it. And like cars will be equipped so like it can tell if you're driving erratically. I noticed there's nothing wrong with your brakes. You must be in a high-speed chase or driving dangerously. Whatever it is, please stop driving erratically. Like whatever, it's not worth it. You have your whole life ahead of you. Are you dying? Whoa, look at that. Watch, it keeps going. Watch, ready? It's gonna hit another thing. Whoa, you see that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch how high that got some air. Watch when it hits that thing. Did you see it? Did you? Are you sure? Did you see it? Watch. Watch. You're gonna miss it! What? Ready, watch. Ready, it goes up, up, ready. BAM! You see that? Wow! They're on fire! That's fire! 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 Nothing to get thing.
In slow motion, you can see where Rashamel's car does a
I
full
know a
barrel
boy
roll
whose
as it
name is
scrapes against the
Arnie.
guardrail and catches fire. For a moment, our officer was afraid that Rashamel had been ejected from the vehicle. He raced over to check, only to find him passed out in the driver's seat. Thankfully, Rashamel came to, and police quickly pulled him from the burning car. That's when they noticed the pungent stench of alcohol on his breath. He denied drinking at first, but then slurred something about his mother not wanting him to drive her car drunk. Upon searching the vehicle, police found a handgun that was turned over to Savannah PD. They also learned that Rashamel had an extensive criminal history, including burglary. Within the Atlanta Police Department is a branch called the Auto Crimes Enforcement Unit, or ACE. ACE officers are trained to investigate car-related crimes, especially car theft and carjacking. On February 1st of 2025, ACE officers in Atlanta...
Right, and then remember when those idiots implemented the catch and release shit? Right, catch and release for these fucking idiots, but yeah, the 18-year-olds, you gotta give them the hammer! 20 years, we need stiffer sentences! I mean, are we talking about like murder? Right, I mean, the people, they have no fucking common sense. It's really hard to rationalize. I know, and then think about it. If they had implemented the programs, a lot less 18-year-olds would have been getting into those problems and getting the hammer for 20 years. Yeah, give it to them, then we'll have them locked up and have patients to be medicated, because the people out here are figuring out they shouldn't take that shit. So if we get them loaded up in the prisons, we'll at least have that income for our pharmaceuticals. People really love this stuff, huh? I mean, when you talk to people, holy shit, the crap people take. I can't believe it. I wouldn't take any of that shit. Just like one day of, when you look at the pills, fuck that, dude. Add that up, and then you start looking at it. Put it in a jar over a month's time, 2 months, 3 months. And then just think about your organs having to process all the chemicals and buffers and bullshit that's in them. And not to mention, the chemical regulation, it totally fucks up your biological clock. I'm not sure what these people are thinking. It's very scary to us.
Both 34 years old. They were taken to a local hospital for treatment and then swiftly booked into Fulton County Jail. According to the
Are we laying it on
the
too
suspects
thick,
were arrested
or
within 30 minutes of committing the initial crime.
are you making your analysis and judging our characteristic improv characters to see mentally ill, bipolar, dangerous guys? I feel threatened. Oh, I feel threatened. Sick, fucking, nasty people. Get the fuck out of here. Pack your shit and get the fuck out. Leave this town. Go somewhere else. Another state, another country. I'd fucking go somewhere. Because they know who you are. Change your fucking names. Yeah, you're going to need witness protection and a new fucking name. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to help you. They got your places targeted. You see how easily they blow places the fuck up or go in and shoot up a family. Or get them to just kill each other, right? Yeah. So we ain't playing these fucking games here, folks. We're in Augusta, Maine. The proper authorities need to step the fuck up and help these hostages. And the people need to report the facts to the people. Help me help you, motherfucker. We're dead mothers. You can go to hell and you die. You go to hell and you die, motherfucker. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Keep popping them. Keep fucking popping them. Well, somebody has to do those classes, I guess. Not too many people want to do it, and they said that I'm a natural at it, I guess. You're welcome. Thank you. But, they're very, decent. They don't pressure, it's at my own discretion. I choose. I don't even have to do any of it. I don't even have to come on social media at all. I don't have to post these videos. But we're doing it for the listeners. Because we have a lot of other listeners who don't want them to hear this stuff. Do you understand? Right, let's go, warriors. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
If I were you, I'd put in...
Can you speak the truth?
It can only lead to self...
Acknowledge things that actually
It only
matter.
takes one bird to start you, and before you know it, it's 2 birds, then 3. Suddenly, without realizing it, you're a victim. Then, one day, the end of the road. If you really want to beat this, look us up. We can help you. Our new member has come to us for help. Would someone volunteer to tell what BA?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking to when we say that. They know exactly who the fuck we're talking to. They know who they are. They're horrible, nasty people. They should be in jail and they should get the death penalty. If you got a fucking problem with the way I'm speaking to them, you can kiss my fucking ass and go to hell too, okay? As for the fucking nasty pukes fucking and torturing our children, they should be in jail and get the death penalty too, and we've accepted what's been going on over the years. If you can't go back and see what's been happening and understand why people were trying to stop that, It's amazing that many of us are still able to speak, and you should appreciate that and be doing what you can to educate the public about the dangers of vaccines and overprescribing of SSRIs, and how these punks have gotten away with fucking and torturing our children, and how they feed the child and animal abuse to those groups. And this has gone on for decades, long before our children that have been abused for years were even born in 2011 and 2013. Do you fucking understand me, motherfuckers? I don't care who the fuck you are. You need to wake the fuck up around here. My name's Mary, and we're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine, and I have 4 children here, and my youngest 2 are in the hands of sick murderers, pedophiles. Sick motherfucker right here, Michael Scott Garan, him and his sick mother Shirley, who have custody of my youngest 2 children. This is disturbing. I mean, I don't really know what the legalities are. I don't really care. I can only speak from my perspective and what I know, right? What I'm allowed to say. He killed himself. I step outside my bedroom. Yeah, as far as I know, they're right through this door right here. Outside my bedroom. As far as I know. Yeah, I see him out the window every once in a great while. Yeah, and what these people around here have been doing is so sick and disturbing, including with my oldest son, and what's been just the stressors there and how tedious and stupid that is, but what a big deal it is to his life and his health. But they don't seem to fucking care, and they never have, and they've done this to children as long as I can remember. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
You had more Rice Krispies?
Yeah.
He's been on a Rice Krispie kick. Who do you have? 2 Rice Krispies. What else do you have? Oh, I have a big bowl of dumplings. A big bowl of dumplings. This is a really beautiful day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, hello. Good. Yeah, I really hope so. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. They asked if I would just... They can see me, but again, some people only see what's on these things, I guess. Anyways. Early Days in America. We continue that one. Alright. Alexa, volume 3. Alexa, play classical reading music.
Here's a station you might like. Classical Focus. Free on Amazon Music.
Alright. Alexa, volume 4. Okay, yeah, we'll read the last section that we just finished off on. This is our Early Days in America, Book 16, Columbia University series, page 66. It's the end of this chapter, and then we're going to start Benjamin Franklin on page 68. So, page 66, the Jonathan Edwards chapter. The Essence of True Virtue, from the Nature of True Virtue, chapters 1 and 2. True virtue most essentially consists in benevolence to being in general, or perhaps to speak more accurately, it is that consent, propensity, and union of heart to being in general which is immediately exercised in a general goodwill. A benevolent propensity of heart to being in general, and a temper or disposition to love God supremely are in effect the same thing. However, every particular exercise of love to a creature may not sensibly arise from any exercise of love to God, or an explicit consideration of any similitude, conformity, union, or relation to God in the creature beloved. The most proper evidence of love to a created being arising from that temper of mind wherein consists a supreme propensity of heart to God seems to be the agreeableness of the kind and the degree of our love to God's end in our creation and in the creation of all things,
and in the coincidence of the exercises of our love. Coincidence. In their manner, order, and measure, with the manner in which God himself exercises love to the creature, and the creation and government of the world, and the way in which God, and the first cause and supreme disposer of all things, has respect to the creature's happiness in subordination to himself as his own supreme end. For the true virtue of created beings is doubtless their highest excellency and their true goodness. But the true goodness of a thing must be its agreeableness to its end, or its fitness to answer the design for which it was made. Therefore, they are good moral agents whose temper of mind or propensity of heart is agreeable to the end for which God made moral agents. A truly virtuous mind, above all things, seeks the glory of God. This consists in the expression of God's perfections in their proper effects, the manifestation of God's glory to created understandings, the communication of the infinite fullness of God to the creature's highest esteem of God, love to and joy in him, and in the proper exercises and expressions of these. And so far as virtuous mind exercises true virtue and benevolence to created beings, it chiefly seeks the good of the creature, consisting in its knowledge or view of God's glory and beauty, its union with God, uniformity of love to him, and joy in him, and that disposition of heart, that consent, union, or propensity of mind to being in general, which appears chiefly in such exercises, is virtue, truly so called, or in other words, true grace and real holiness, and no other disposition or affection but this is of the nature of virtue. Oh, look at that sun. God is glorious. Look at those yummy treats we get to eat. God is glorious. The bills are paid. We have enough for basic needs. And to even treat ourselves a little bit. God is glorious. We're partaking in some of the same joys. Look, they enjoy playing baseball too. They find joy in it. Well, not that one. That one doesn't want to be there. So his parents are making him. Well, why don't they let him play a different sport then? I don't know. I guess they're baseball fans and they're determined that their kid's going to play baseball. Plus, they know people who can get them on one of the teams. It's big money. But, I mean, you got to actually be able to play, you know. Oh, dear. I see where we've run into problems over the years. Yeah, you have no idea, boys and girls, let me tell you. You know, it's like trying to slide down a frog's tongue. Page 68, Benjamin Franklin. God is glorious, I can read, I can see. God is glorious, I can smell, I can taste. God is glorious, I have use of my arms. God is glorious. I have a car to drive. God is glorious. What about you? Do you believe in the glory of God? I know when they start talking the heebie-jeebie stuff and they try to sell it to you and you see them selling it to others, and I know it's sick what they've done to a lot of our schools, institutions, and churches. It's a talk about being a disgrace to the glory of God, for sure. Life itself, everything that's beautiful, love, life, yes. Talk about a total disgrace. They're just fucking shitting on it. And they're enjoying it while they fuck our kids. Yeah, we get to watch fucking drug addicts and sickos laugh in our faces while they fuck our kids
and then they profit from fucking each other over and the systems. But they deserve it. Fuck the government, fuck the police, right? You sick motherfuckers, you pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. Do you understand me? And the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to help these kids. We're right here if you need help with anything. We love them very much, and we also
Every Nissan Frontier
miss
is
them
battle
very
tested.
much.
Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed. 13,920.
But we're at peace, don't worry.
And it's
Alexa,
very
volume 1. Oh yeah, we're at peace. That's why we say we're already dead. They're dead to us. We're done. Yeah. But thank goodness, we're not evil. Because if we were, we might kill somebody, take it out in a public space even. Or just kill ourselves. No, it's interesting because they say it's a sin to kill yourself, but it seems to be like the good ones take themselves out. Because, yeah, it's so sickening. If you're a good person and you're aware, this makes you so sick. It's either them or you, right? And they chose to take themselves. And it's sad what these sick fucks, the same fucking sick fucks who need to pack their shit and get the fuck out of here. It's really sad what they say about some of those good people. Private investigators, doctors who killed themselves, got killed, targeted, hit by a Mack truck. Very sad. Page 68, Benjamin Franklin. The youngest son of the 17th children of a Boston tallow chandler named Franklin. A tallow chandler. The youngest son of the 17th. The youngest son of the 17. Excuse me. Thank you. The youngest son of the 17 children of a Boston tallow chandler named Franklin was born a subject of Queen Anne of England on January 6, 1706, and on the same day received the baptismal name of Benjamin at the Old South Church in that city. He continued for more than 70 of the 84 years of his life a subject of 4 successive British monarchs. During that period, neither Anne nor either of the 3 Georges who succeeded her had a subject of whom they had more reason to be proud, nor one whom at his death their people generally supposed they had more reason to detest. Alexa, Volume 3. No Englishman of his generation can now be said to have established a more enduring fame in any way than Franklin established in many ways. Has a printer, has a journalist, has a diplomatist, has a statesman, has a philosopher, he was easily first among his peers. On the other hand, it is no disparagement of the services of any of his contemporaries on either side of the Atlantic to say that no one of his generation contributed more effectually to the dissolution of the bonds which united the principal British American colonies to the mother country and towards conferring upon them independence, a popular government. As a practical printer, Franklin was reported to have had no superior. As a journalist, he exerted an influence not only unrivaled in his day, but more potent, on this continent at least, than either of his sovereigns or their parliaments. The organization of a police, and later of the militia for Philadelphia, of companies for extinguishing fires, making the sweeping and paving of the streets a municipal function, the formation of the first public library for Philadelphia, and the establishment of an academy which has matured into the now famous University of Pennsylvania, were among the conspicuous reforms which he planted and watered in the columns of the Philadelphia Gazette. This journal he founded upon the earnings of it he mainly subsisted during a long life, and any sheet of it today would bring a larger price in the open market probably than a single sheet of any other periodical ever published. Franklin's Almanac, his crowning work in the sphere of journalism,
published under the pseudonym of Richard Saunders, better known since as Poor Richard, is still one of the marvels of modern literature. Under one or another of many titles, the contents of this publication, exclusive of its calendars, have been translated into every tongue having any pretensions to a literature, and have had more readers probably than any other publication in the English or indeed any other language, with the single exception of the Bible. It was the first issue from an American press that found a popular welcome in foreign lands, and it still enjoys the special distinction of being the only almanac ever published that owed its extraordinary popularity entirely to its literary merit. What adds to the surprise with which we contemplate the fame and fortunes of this unpretentious publication is the fact that its reputation was established by its first number, when its author was only 26 years of age. For a period of 26 years, and until Franklin ceased to edit it, this annual was looked forward to by a larger portion of the colonial population, and with more impatience than now awaits a president's annual message to Congress. It's very interesting stuff. Franklin, I think he has a monument in Waterville, yeah? The Halifax building there. Yeah, it's a really cool building. We had done dialectic behavioral therapy there back in 2008, I believe it was. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff going on then. And when you look at the ties and association to some of the abusers and sickos and sick fucks around here, and how a lot of that doesn't get talked about by those people, like they try to avoid those subjects at all costs, just like the vaccines and overprescribing of SSRIs and vaccines and the benefits of marijuana. I mean, we've seen leaps and bounds with so many people who have come off their dangerous medications and are feeling so much better. Why isn't any of this being talked about and reported on? I know. And these people are so sick, what they've been doing within our system. So hopefully common sense is hopefully shifting into those markets more, because it's pretty scary to a lot of us. Yeah, the colonial population, and with more impatience than now awaits a president's annual message to Congress. Franklin graduated from journalism into diplomacy, has naturally as winter glides into spring. My great-great-granddaddy.
You can choose the best
Alexa, Volume 1.
because you know you.
Alexa, Volume 1. Yeah, you know what? Whether your great-granddaddy did something good or bad, sick or beautiful, it doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. I know people like to try to take credit or blame. Take credit or give blame for that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, a lot of them, the descendants, I mean, they're wealthy, spoiled, nasty fucking brats, a lot of them, that don't have a fucking clue, don't appreciate life, and have no regard for your safety, that's for sure. And a lot of them are looking at life in prison or the death penalty. You can go ahead and keep trying to protect them and lick each other's assholes. My name's Mary, and we're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. Those kids need help. The sick fuck, Michael Scott Garand, him and his sick fucking mother, Shirley. Yeah, someone heard me. Here, I gotten enough, so I'm going in my room to close the door. So just so people have an idea, that was a real voice that overheard me talking here to you in class about the facts. Yeah, and all I did was say the facts. Okay, we have sick fucks here. Michael Scott Garand, him and his sick mother Shirley. They're sick fucking abusive people, and how these nasty people have been bulldogging for him. And when you look back over the years, the ghost hunting and alien hunting and the nasty fucking sales and marketing, I mean, rap stories, give me a fucking break, you nasty fucking pieces of shit. The proper authorities need to help these kids and hostages. Much love, health, and peace to the rest of you. Right. Mwah. We're going to warm up some warm Italian donuts from the Olive Garden. They're so good. I'm going to ask Mother if she wants some. Okay. Take care now.